Shabbat Shalom. On this Shabbat, I would like to share something that I have recently noticed. As a floating cantorial soloist, I often get to work on different bimas in different synagogues around Los Angeles. And this means I get to experience how different people do Shabbat services. And I've come to realize that the longer the service runs, the more people start to sneeze towards the end and come to services the next morning not feeling very well. So as a diligent cantorial student, I decided to do some research into this subject and called multiple rabbis until finding this book called Long Shabbat Services Cause the Flu by Marilyn Schwartz, Goldberg, Rosenstein, Gold. And I just wanted to share with you one section of this book.
It says here, the average service goer, basically on Shabbat, due to some long programming, may react with psychosomatic symptoms, difficult to endure, affecting the upper respiratory tract. In other words, just from waiting around for the service to lose its mold, a person can develop a cold. You can shorten L'chadodi where those extra verses lurk. You can give it a shot for whatever you got, but it just won't work. If they're tired of getting the fisheye from the ONAG clerk, a person can develop a cold. It says here, the congregants who'd rather mingle instead of pray all night show a neurotic tendency. See note. Tendency, see note. Oh, there's a note. Okay. Chronic complaint syndrome. Notes about your look involving your dress, your pants, your nose, and throat. In other words, just from worrying whether the Amidah is loud or soft, a person can develop a cough. You can offer a prayer for whomever is there, offer hers and his, but the Mishigas never gets anywhere near where the trouble is. If she's getting a kind of a name for herself, and the name is the one in the front, a person can develop a cough. And furthermore, just from stalling and stalling and stalling the rabbi's drush, a person can develop a cough. When they stand for the final Aleinu, and she can hear the oneg start, the social hall is air conditioned, and the beating starts in her heart. Then the head of the board starts talking and brings up a calendar and a chart. A person can develop la grip, la post-nasal drip, with the wheezes and the sneezes and a sinus that's really a bip. From a lack of a shorter service and a feeling she's getting too old, a person can develop a bad cold. Achoo!
Shabbat Shalom.